they're sleeping with a bunch of bad boys, and they're like, Meg, she gets her happily ever after, so I'll get my Russell Wilson. I'll get Future didn't have to wait for sex, but Russell Wilson had to wait for sex.
Yes.
I'm gonna get my Russell Wilson, and this is gonna be the situation. We were talking about female competition. Do you think a part of this is I can get this man? Let's transition to Clay and Megan Thee Stallion.
Okay.
The whole reason why I think so many women are angry, DJ Academics actually did a post on this, and I'd say I agree, is because these women thought she is supposed to get her happily ever after being who she portrays herself online as promiscuous. It is. I don't know what her sexual history is, but I know that's who the role she's playing on her music videos.
Right.
And then she thought she was going to get her happily ever after, and there was a bunch of women who admire her, who are going through a phase where they're sleeping with a bunch of bad boys, and they're like, Meg, she gets her happily ever after, so I'll get my Russell Wilson. I'll get Future didn't have to wait for sex, but Russell Wilson had to wait for sex.
Yes.
I'm gonna get my Russell Wilson, and this is gonna be the situation. And then when it didn't happen, it wasn't just like the betrayal, because I'll be honest with you, I don't know that he cheated. She said he cheated. What he said to her was, I don't want to be monogamous. I've not seen any evidence that he actually cheated. I think she intuited that he cheated because he said that to her. And my whole thing is, when you talk about the competition, it's her, and it's a situation with like Cardi B,
Yes.
where it's, I am going to tame these men. I'm going to show you that I can be the full definition. Because it's not that Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion portrayed themselves as promiscuous. When you look up the word promiscuous, it's their music video together.
Yes.
Like literally, they are the ultimate 2026 embodiment of that idea. It's like at the end, then you want the happily ever after,
Right.
and all these women are cheering for you to get it because they're sort of looking up to you in this situation, and then they don't get it. And when that whole idea is crushed, then you hate the man. Have you ever seen a video of all the guys in the Vikings saying which one of the guys in this locker room would most likely steal your girl?
Yes.
And
Yes.
every single guy,
Diggs.
every single guy said
Diggs.
Stephon Diggs.
Yes.
And you chose, and again, I'm not blaming Stephon Diggs for this, but you chose him, and then you feel the gall to complain about it, and then turn your whole fan base against him.
Well, you got to look at the phase of that particular interaction, right?
Yeah.
Offset was her breadwinner.
Yes.
When it comes to the perception of, I went through this phase.
Yes.
This guy came and gave me a ring. How did he and why did he give me a ring? Well, this wet. I don't cook. I don't clean. This is going to get you a ring, Meg. I'm going to show you how to do this.
Yeah.
So when you meet you a basketball player, football player, put this wet ass on him and watch him give you a ring, because there's nothing like wet ass for a guy, period. But what happens is we talk about the high value man, which is, the guy who has unlimited options. Why would I put myself in a situation where I only have one when I can have many? And you're not special to me. There's nothing special about our relationship except for that we're in the public and we can maximize our power couple image. And you see, she left Offset to go to where?
To Stephon Diggs. And the part is, she was complaining about Offset cheating, so she picked a man who cheats more.
No, she picked an athlete.
It's great.
Yes.
She didn't pick a man.
Yeah.
She picked where the next apex goes up. She
Yeah.
feel like she went from, fuck you, Offset.
Yeah, she's up.
You're not good enough. You're not him. You don't have muscles. You can't run a 440. You don't catch footballs. You don't have a bunch of people every Sunday coming to see you play. This is the new metric for you. So you look at Meg. Why would Meg go to another rapper? She's been with them.
Yeah.
And if the football players don't look like they want to stand in line, guess who will? 100%. And Clay's not white. Clay has a lot of in him, right? So the monogamy part is going to be hard, because traditionally between urban and white America, monogamy is harder in the urban community than it is in white America. So we know that Papa is a Rolling Stone is a real thing when it comes down to, I'm going to who I want to. Clay's no different. He's had a plethora of women that he wants anytime. And for Meg to think that she could bottle him up and say, I want you to only be with me. And granted, I'm not saying he did this. Clay might have found out it was some mid.
I think Clay probably in the beginning said something to the effect of, yeah, I'll give you what you want, not realizing what was going on. It's confusing to me that he went public with her. Like,
not confusing.
you thought it was for
It's
clout.
Meg, yes.
Okay.
It's a PR play.
Got it.
For both, because you got to think where Clay was. You got pushed out.
Yes.
Right?
You're
You're
Golden
down.
State. Yeah.
Yes. So I need something to keep my energy up.
I mean, had they not traded Luka, I think they would have had. They would have been a very good team, and Luka created more open shots from any player in the NBA.
And we've seen that in the finals where we need just one guy to be able to hit shots, and we would have taken it over the top.
Yeah.
So you look at Klay and the opportunity that was lost. He's lost now, trying to find his way. Meg comes in. Everybody's like, "Ooh, Meg got her. She got herself a baller," and it's Klay Thompson. 4 championships, $300 million. You can't lose with that. Yes, you can. You fed him you fed him catfish and spaghetti in one plate and forced that man to lie to everybody like it was good. Like you couldn't smell the catfish in the house for 3 days. Open a window and this stinks, right? But we understand this as athletes that Klay's got to do what he's doing, especially if she's throwing that thing on him. Yeah. She's throwing that thing on him, and it look and feel like we all think it does. Klay's winning. But I always say this, now a real man ain't going to leave no good pussy. You're not going to leave no good pussy. The real man going to follow that good pussy through the window, underneath the headboards. Hey, I'm high. Hey, what the fuck you doing over there? Where you going? No.
Who you talking to?
Who you talking to? Hey. Now, but to let them just walk off and say, I don't want to be monogamous.
Yeah.
That got to be, I'm second guessing it. You're not doing something that I'm used to my other joints doing. And I miss my other joints. I miss my dogs.
Do you think there was a transition point for him where he realized that this wasn't working anymore? Do you think it was one thing?
Yeah, postseason.
Yeah.
DJ Academics said it. He predicted it.
Yeah.
He said in the beginning, this feels like a seasonal thing. Preseason, during the season, they got together. It's going to be a thing throughout the season. By the time the season's over with, Klay's new season starts.
Yeah.
This is now the summer session of the season where I'm on my boat, I'm fishing with my dog, and I got girls coming in and out for wherever I want them to. I can't do that with Meg with me. And I don't think any man is really down to deal with the headache of a 2026 woman today because there's too much responsibility, there's too much expectation, there's too much nagging, there's too much complaining. You have to do too much. And especially if you just want to chill and now she wants to do all this stuff and it's like she's who she is, like dating Mariah Carey. Like, what do you do, Nick? You got to get the out of there and just go make a bunch of babies. Why would he do that if the was good? Not leaving Mariah Carey. Money and good way. But somehow, some way, guy leaves that and just has now 10 mistresses or 10 baby mamas, a bunch of babies and no wife.
Yeah.
I'd rather this life than that one. It's something that people are not adding up. I don't get it.